Alrighty, hello everyone, welcome back to the stream. Dirigo207 here with you guys. Happy Wednesday, 2/22/2023. Hope you guys are doing well tonight. We are back here in, actually, it's been quite a while, but we are here in the Carrabassett tonight. Haven't been here in quite a while. I think the last time I streamed this, when was the last time I streamed the Carrabassett? I want to say it was probably back in, had to have been somewhere around October or September, somewhere in that ballpark. Oh, I'm out of Pepsi. That's upsetting. Should have got that topped off before I came in. But yeah, so it's been a while, just like Call of Vaughn and well, really any streams of mine that I've had on the channel. But so we are here. We're here tonight. Now, where are we going to be working is the question. Well, we're going to probably be down in Kingfield, like we were probably the last stream that I did. Getting maybe some work done down there. Maybe getting the roads laid in through the downtown area and such. Oh, it's Toby. Placing some buildings in, getting that area kind of done up and built. Maybe tidying up some of the industries. I think we still had Poland Spring to work on. And if time permits toward the end, because we have a wicked storm blowing in. We have a real big storm blowing in. I would like to go ahead and go and get off stream and go move my car, because I have to go swap out cars tonight, because the Crown Vic is a little under maintenance at the moment. The windshield wipers have also stopped working on it, so I need to go get those replaced. But yeah, so but I figure, since it's probably going to get asked at some point, you know, and we're here in stream number 60. It's officially stream number 60. Should probably go ahead and do a quick tour of the route so you guys can see what's been going on, what have we been working on, what has been happening since the last stream. And since the last stream, a couple of the members have worked on it. I believe Ethan worked on it some, and then Mal worked on it, or did Ethan work on it? Pretty sure Ethan worked on it, and then Mal worked on it. And Mal did some incredible work. I mean, both of them do phenomenal work. Both of them are so talented, so talented. But I believe Mal did this area. I'm pretty sure, if I know correctly, he actually started working on Mechanic, so we have some stuff actually placed down here in Lac Mechanic itself for the first time. And well, it's looking quite nice. I mean, it's rough at the moment, needs more detail. I mean, over here is quite nice. This is all very, very nice. Very, very nice detail back up in here. Even this older railroad siding that I wouldn't say it looks like we use too much anymore. But it's all very, very nice work. All very lovely from Mal. It's all very, very nice. So, anyway, Matt, it's going. It's been going. Just big wheel keeps on turning. But yeah, so got some work done here. We follow the CP main, which need to get paid Friday. I might go ahead and pick up one of those CP units, because we don't have a lot of CP units here on the Carrabassett, or in my folder anyway. Oh, it's Toby and he's flopping. Oh, he knows I'm live streaming, so he wants to be an attention whore. Oh, what a whore. Oh, it's a man. Look at this man being a man. What a guy. What a guy. But yeah, so we get closer here and we enter Mechanic Yard, which between Ethan and Mal and even Sean's kind of earlier work on it, just so nice. This is such a great area, a great transfer yard and such, and you can see kind of the abandoned aspect of it, unless I'm missing track, which I don't believe I am. I think Mao actually made this yard smaller. So I think this is just an abandoned section. Yeah, it looks like it's just a tore out section. So this yard has obviously seen better days. But it's just so nice. Just the kind of dirtiness of it and the abandoned aspect of it. And Toby just wants his belly rub. Oh, what a guy. Oh, what a dude. What a dude. Oh, I got his foot. But, so yeah, so breaking news, PO 890, Palomino hit a car, about an hour ago here. Toby's doing good. Died because they're covering up the car. That sucks. Yeah, down east they hit a woman here, I think last week, up in Biddeford. That's pretty low clearance on these bridges through the yard. But between Ethan and Mao, like I said, they've done phenomenal work, and Mao did some great work back up here with these kind of farmlands. Some of this just tree work. Heading out though, heading out of the yard. And I'm kind of giving a pseudo route tour right now. Just so like I said, it's stream number 60, so you'll be getting at least a tour of what's been worked on. Anything beyond that, not showing. Say this, yeah, this will cross the CP leg of the Y. But the track set up here, CP, I think leg goes off that way. Got a big Y through here. Go up and hit a candy factory, which I don't know where that track's heading. I don't know if that's just a run around or something like that, or what that is. Definitely something else going on back here. I'll talk to Ethan, because this was something he was working on. I'll have to ask him like what these tracks are used for, and so on and so forth. And yeah, it's a very nice industry. It gives something to do out of Mechanic Yard, and I think that was kind of the reason he did this, was because there was really nothing to do. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, I mean, there's not a lot going on. Mechanic was really just an interchange yard. So I think this confectionate candy factory gives just something to do out of Mechanic. It's cool how the main line passes right through it. It's really interesting. Really nice. Oh, we push along. Good to hear. Glad everything's going well. Nice little bridge over the road as we start to parallel the lake. One of my favorite sections is coming up here, particularly before this tunnel. You can't really see it on the other side, but if we jump over the hill, love how this tunnel comes out right underneath this bridge right here. Love it. I just love that. Probably will go back and at some point put some guardrails up here so people don't just go yeeting off the road into the rail line, or at least give something to prevent that. But as we loop along, just little rural crossings. Got the front neck holdout. Really nice scenic area that'll let you overlook the lake and the surrounding hills. Is that a mile marker? Yeah, 3/4 of a mile marker. So this should be the mile marker right here. Nope, half-mile marker, so heading down. Another just rural crossing right here. 2 tracks. Just love it. I mean, just makes for some very nice scenes. That should be the 1/4 mile marker. So that means right here under the bridge. Mile marker 77. Which, what did I do? Oh, no. No. There we go. Kind of strange it does that. But just gorgeous foliage up through here. Really reminds me of when I went up north to Kakaja with Emily. And this section right here, I don't know who worked on this, but it's all single main. It used to be double, just really fast 55-mile-an-hour running right through the floodplains of Loch Meganic. I mean, this is nice. Just on the south side of the lake, and if I were to crank this all the way up, settings, just gonna turn it up to as far as it'll go. What's thinking? I mean, that's just nice. All of it's just so nice. I'm gonna turn it back down because my computer is already having a rough day. Keep running along. It's just so nice, the foliage, and like I said, it really gives me big northern Maine vibes. I mean, we're in Quebec, but it's again the crossing. You can tell maybe it was set up for double at one point. Could probably scoot this just a little bit closer. Coming down into St. Augustine, Woburn. Got the farmlands all around here. Some big farm fields. Up into town, got the spur that leads up into St. Augustine to Woburn, and kind of hits all the industries through here. And Mal worked on this area, and he did a wonderful job with this street running area. If everything wants to load in. Come on, I know it was there first. Well, when it wants to load, eventually. Because it was there about 15-20 minutes ago. It's just still loading in. Yeah, it's slowly loading in stuff. A lot to load in. A lot to load in. Oh, trains. Come on. Ever so slowly. Jesus. Come on. It is really thinking about it. There we go. Okay. Really nice street running through here. All hand-painted roads and such. Just very, very nice. Nice little baseball field here. Nice street running back up into these two industries. So it's cool because they just dead end. So you got to come down this big, long section of street running. And it's just very, very strange how it all works and so on and so forth. But very, very nice how he got it. So, come back through here. Have the major lumber facility that we service. Again, I'll have to kind of talk with the guys and see, like, you know, what goes on at what particular track and whatnot. And still seems like St. Augustine to Woburn is getting flushed out as these. I can't. What are you doing? What are you doing, you crazy? Hello. You are interrupting my live stream, buddy. You've been sleeping all day up until I started talking. Yeah, you have. You're a guy. But, yeah, so the line pushes on. And we have the border kind of yard, whatever you want to call it, and kind of the crew change point or inspection yard. So we come across the border here, heading up this way. You can see the actual border crossing itself right over there. But we come through here, and this is where the physical border between Maine and Canada is. Heads right through here, and that's the big clearing and the trees heading up this way. So we jump down into a 40-mile-an-hour section coming along. Passing along here through, this is Coburn and Gore on the U.S. side. Got the Coburn Gore Bridge, which I was just admiring. I love the little area through here where the trees are all kind of knocked over and such, with the big bridge right back here. It's very nice. Up the grade to go around the actual hill itself. Got a big dirt road back here, private crossing. Some of the logging companies. Nice little bridge. Keep coming along. It's really nice. I get blown away every time I look at it. There's Crosby Pond up here. There is like an industry back here, I believe. There was, or something. Like I said, I'll have to talk to the guys and see what they were doing. Definitely is what was leading this way. This was the old right-of-way. That kind of comes through here. And so on and so forth. So, I like how it's capped and it's still there. Makes me happy. It'd probably be an ATV trail. They'd probably hop on over here and go riding up and down it and such. But probably some sort of loadout over here for logging or something. Not quite sure what it would be entirely, but I know this is kind of a small yard for that, or something. Keep heading south though, pushing along the Bigelow sub. Hey, Tobes. I think this would be Caribou Bog somewhere up in here. That was that siding back there, though. That was Caribou Bog. Nice little stream. I like that. Nice little asset. I'll have to use that up in Caldvon, too. This nice part about getting to work with other route builders is kind of seeing their technique and some of the assets that they know and use, and that maybe I don't know about and such. Start to enter chain of ponds. By the lookout there on the actual chain of ponds. Start coming down the grade though. Past whatever this facility is. Love this cut. It's just so narrow. Doesn't really give you a chance to look at the town. That's right to the little abandoned section through here. And now we're in Chain of Ponds itself. Just a cute little town. Kind of the last major outpost, fictionally, that I've created before you get to the border, particularly because of this paper mill. This paper mill is the only real reason this town exists. But I do love it. Do love this town a lot. Of course, I gotta show you guys the paper mill. You've already seen it, but we'll take a look at it again. This was Ethan who redid this. But what a phenomenal facility. I've been trying to figure out how to replicate this in Caldvon, or at least something similar to this, and I've been picking and pulling assets from this, and I can't even figure it out, personally. I I can't figure it out. It's truly an incredible facility. This is just insane. Sorry, I'm just looking at something real quick. Anyways, but wonderful facility. I don't know if I'll be able to replicate anything remotely close to that, but definitely gonna try. But we keep heading south along the Bigelow in Phase 1 of the Carrabassett. No, one of my favorite areas, the this abandoned bridge right here, or how it used to be double coming across, and now it's single. Just a great little aspect. You can definitely tell the railroad is like right here, it's still intact and such. Over here we have the Kibbe Wind Farm project. And you actually get some windmills or wind turbines up on the hill over here. You can kind of see the road where they'd be littered all through here. But I need to get those because this is where the maintenance facility would be. So we'd definitely be bringing in stuff over here to assist with that project every now and again. Just because it's easier to have it shipped up than it is to have it trucked up. Another crossing. Oh, excuse me. Oh, I'm yawning. I haven't been awake that long. Probably about 6 hours. Crosses back over 27 again. Heads out into the bog, or the lowlands. Excuse me. Just very visually pleasing. The fall colors are extremely nice. But just some nice scenes. The shallow rivers coming through with the rapids. Passing by some ponds and kind of paralleling this river here. I think this is the Dead Creek. Or North Branch Dead River, I believe. We once again come back over 27 as we are starting to approach Eustis. Being Eustis about now. Just need to get back up there. I'd love to go back up to Eustis. See if Emily would love to take a day trip or not. Go through this interesting little area. Around the corner, and we are now entering Flagstaff Yard. wide cut. Let me check the chat. I haven't looked at that in a little bit. Okay. Having an issue. I know there's signals up here on this gantry, but they're not popping up for me, which is very, very strange. Having issues with that. I don't know why. If I go into the map mode, you know, it tells me there's signals there, but on here there's none. So it'll probably just appear at some point. The top of Bigelow got textured nice. That's so nice. But yeah, just coming into Flagstaff Yard, just this by far is one of my favorite yards. Never in a trillion years did I think that the yard would look like this. So, very, 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 very nice. Mal made a nice diagram for this yard, so we can actually properly switch it out and use it. Oh, that's cool. Love the trees up there on the hill. He said signal's supposed to be up here on the bridge, but yeah. Don't know why they're not, so. Leaving Flagstaff, though, heading over Flagstaff Lake Bridge, or I think this is the Dead River, though, at this point. Looks like someone did some pier replacement. Very nice. There's that little overlook I was at. Come over the road here. I don't recall this being here last time. That's nice. Don't look underneath it though, but that's very nice. I like that. Got the crossover. And then we have what used to be the Rangeley Secondary. And on the very left there, that leads down, I guess you call it the Stratton branch. What are the red marks for? The red marks, do you mean on the ground, Matt? Or, because there was some big red markers on the ground, which you can see right here. And that was kind of for Ethan to know where to work in. It was kind of his way of marking, like, okay, I need to focus here and work on that. Whereas over here, those are just track markers. So when I AI a train, so like it's Bigelow sub, Stratton Main, north. So you'll have a diagram later on of basically the track, kind of like a dispatch board, more or less, so you know how to AI train. So like if you want a train to come up to Stratton and hold out on the siding, you know, this here's the main, this here's the siding. So you'll know which track to set it up on, and if the train's heading north, you'll know, okay, I want the train to pull up to the north end of the siding. Whereas you don't want the head end of the train stopping at the south end of the siding, because the whole train's going to be blocking both the siding and the main. So... but that's what these red markers for, whereas the red markers that are textured onto the ground, that's just for Ethan to know where he needs to work next. But this is, I forget who did this. This might have been Mal. Either Mal or Ethan. They did this, but this is now the new Eustis Station where the Lock Mechanic Limited, or the Flagstaff Flyer now, would pull into. Which kind of sucks because it's on the main and not the siding, but I suppose that's fine still. But coming off to the left here, we'll follow the siding real quick, or the branch. But the branch kind of comes down the hill, heads away from the main. Ooh, nice little bridge. I didn't know that last time. 14'4", nice. Very, very nice. Comes down. You know, a nice little left here. I believe this is a shove too that's occurring right here. At least how the train would enter the facility. So we cross 27 back there, and we come around and head into, oh, I forget what this lumber company's called. This should be, oh lord, this on the industry list up in Stratton is Fontaine Lumber. Intermittently. Okay, gotcha. Cool. I've messed with track marks on before, but got annoyed with it too quickly. Yeah, I mean, it can get tedious and annoying, especially how to set it up. And I'll tell you how I set it up here shortly. Just give me a second. I think back here, sorry, not to get too lost, looks like Ethan was setting up something for additional industry. Probably like an oil loadout or something like that, or an oil company, which I think he was maybe going with right here, which I'll have to talk with him and see maybe what he wanted to do right there, to get his ideas and see what he was thinking. So maybe just bounce ideas off each other, see what is appropriate and what he would like to do back there, because I know he had some ideas. Maybe just, and then the thing is, like, you know, I'm very much like, oh no, I want to keep it the same, I want to keep it the same, where it's like, yeah, but you got to have some playability with it. So I can see where he's been coming from with a lot of this stuff, so I need to talk with him and kind of figure that out. But we continue to push south, and sorry for such a long tour. I've been going for probably a little over a half hour now. Now I'm slowly moving along here, Matt, or actually I'll wait once I get into route building to explain how track markers work for me. But we're almost done anyways with the tour. Say that these sections you've already seen, but I'm just taking you through just so you can see it, because again, it's number 60, stream number 60, and well, we haven't been on here in a while. I believe that's part of the Appalachian Trail. Same thing over here. Should be part of the Appalachian Trail, or one of these two should be anyways. Which would head up and go up the side of Bigelow, which will need to get modeled at some point. Crossing back over 27 once again, as we've done for the 1,000th time. Coming up into the transfer facility for the Carrabassett Valley. This was an area done by me. And Ethan kind of helped me out a little bit with these ponds because I was struggling with them. But this is my area, kind of a team track and a trash loading facility, as well as the transfer station itself. So I need an embankment underneath that. I think he might have tweaked with that a little bit, so that's fine. I'll have to fix that. We keep coming along. Got Sugarloaf up off to the right, which they've been having a good season, I've heard. Ski the Loaf. We come along here, and we have Bigelow Station. Still not done yet. Need to put a canopy in over the platform. Probably need to make that not a dwarf, because this is just going to get buried under snow with all the snow we get here. Probably make that a 6-foot. We keep pushing along. I said very, very nice trackage and good hills up in the background. Very, very pleasing. Keep heading south, pushing towards the Carrabassett siding. And there it is right here. Got the Carrabassett siding. And there goes the Carrabassett siding. You have the Carrabassett River off to the right there. Now, we, of course, swing left, and like I said, you guys have seen these areas before. I don't think anything's changed down here too terribly much. I got Hudson. I think it's Hudson? Or Hudson? I don't know. I think it's Huston. Huston Brook Falls. Nice visible from the rail line right there. Or Hudson. I forget how it's pronounced. I even forget what the name is. One of our big tunnels coming up the grade here. Another tunnel. That's going to lead down to a big old fuck-off bridge. Nice and beautiful. We climb the grade out of the valley. A very, very scenic area, and I believe this was kind of intentionally opened up a little bit so you can get kind of a view over. So you can kind of actually see what's going on, because up until then you're kind of just here and you can't really see. Toby. Yep, there he goes. He's probably going to go fight with the other cat. The big rock face right there. Oh, there he is. He's not fighting with no cats. What a guy. Hold on, Toby. I'm almost done with my little route tour here. I'm gonna get building. Which, before I build, I'm gonna get something to drink real quick because my throat is kind of parching a little bit. Or getting parched. It's parching. It's now a word. But yeah, like I said, this area really hasn't changed, so don't really need to spend a whole lot of time on it. Of course, we have this cabin, which you'll know and remember. Which actually, I'm probably going to replace that cabin. I have another asset I'd like to use that I have in mind. And as we come down the hill here, we are now into Kingfield. So here's the Kingfield siding. I got Kingfield Station right there. And we are into Kingfield itself, which here was the area I worked on in my last stream. Kind of all this area back up in here. And Ethan did this area, I believe, and then we have the areas that we're going to be working in today, which is right about here, kind of this downtown area, more or less. But that's essentially Phase 1. Now, of course, we have more than just Phase 1. We have everything else that's going on over here. So, you know, there is a bit going on. There's a red line. What's the red line for? What is this? Oh, is this Ethan? Yeah, this looks like what Ethan's doing. Ooh. Ooh. Parallels the river. Interesting. So it looks like he wants to go this way. Okay, I see what he's doing. Which probably also helps, like, lessen the grade. It'd be kind of cool if we just kept both rail lines. Alright, so I see what he's doing here. Okay. Oh man, he went the whole way. So this is a Nordica bypass? Or a new Nordica, I guess. Ooh, nice big corner there, Jesus. A little more windier, okay. Gonna be a tunnel right here. I think there was a tunnel regardless. Yeah, actually, same area. Yep, so there's a tunnel right there. A little more. Ooh, obligatory horseshoe curve. A horseshoe curve, okay. Sorry, I haven't seen this before, so I'm kind of seeing this for the first time. Now, does he use my viaduct? he doesn't, but it looks like it would just get moved over, which I'm fine with that. Honestly, his right-of-way is not bad. That's honestly not bad. I mean, I did put a bit of work into my right-of-way, but not entirely sure if it was good or not. And then there's the funny thing. So he has these signals here, and they're working, but the other signals aren't. I don't get it. So strange. And then it looks like he's going to link up with... the Brit. I hate it when it does that. Actually, is that my siding? Oh, no, I see where it would have been. So he just lobbed it off over here. So I don't know if he's watching or not, but I kind of like this reroute he has a little more. It doesn't really go further than mine, I don't think, but I don't mind it at all. The only thing that we really got to change is this yard, unless this is actually this looks like it's been redone. I think, unless Sean, no, this is what Sean had the first time. Yeah, this yard needs a little bit of love. It's not terrible, just some of the track work's a little questionable, but yeah, like I said, so there's not really much else that's been going on. So I'm assuming his brown dots are notably for industries. Yeah, it looks like he has industries that he wanted to do or something like that. Jaden turns 80. All right, today we're starting Carrabassett phase. You're not wrong. So quickly before I get going for UMAT, so how I do track markers. So basically how I do them, and it's been the most effective because of the railroad and how large it is. So what I'll do is, because we have a few different subdivisions on the Carrabassett. So on the Carrabassett we have the Abenaki, the Bigelow, the Farmington Secondary, the Kennebec, and the Nordica. So I'll always start with the sub name, so it'll be Bigelow or Abenaki, the Farmington Secondary, the Kennebec, or the Nordica. Then I'll start with what the name of the siding is. So on here we have the North New Portland. We have the North New Portland siding, so it'd just be North New Portland, Maine, and then whatever the cardinal direction is of the route. So if it's a north-south sub, it'd be south or north, and then siding. So particularly here, it's Bigelow sub. The siding is Kingfield. This is the main, and then south, because it's the south side of the main. And that's how I do it. So when you go into the list, because when you're AIing a train, it'll pull up the list. It's all alphabetical, so you just have to look under what you'll have to look and see what sub you're on, which of course you'll know because you'll be able to find that out with documentation for the Carrabassett, and then with more documentation you'll be able to figure out which siding is where in order, because obviously they're not alphabetical. So 5 subs, dang. Yep, so the sub that we're working on right now, so I can kind of show you. I just want to make sure on screen you can see my mouse. Let me see. Yep, so you can see my mouse. So this big leg up here that goes to Loch Mechanic and comes all the way down to our main yard over here is the Bigelow. Right here in Kingfield that goes down to Farmington, that's the Farmington Secondary. That red line we were following, that's the Nordica. From our main yard here in North Anson, looks like there's also an additional reroute right there, following the Kennebec River south to Waterville, that's the Kennebec sub. And then from right about here in Skowhegan, going over towards Bangor and Northern Main Junction. That's the Abenaki sub. And I believe in distance it goes about 90 miles is the Bigelow sub. I think the Abenaki is about 50 some odd miles. The Kennebec, I think, clocks in around 30-ish miles. The Nordica, I think, was about 25, and the secondary, I think, is about 28. So our longest sub is 90 miles. So running predominantly 45, 50 miles an hour, it's going to take you a few hours just to get from point A to point B. But enough gabbing. I suppose we should get into work. Before I do that real quick, I'm just going to run and just refill my drink real quick just so I don't dry out my throat. So I'll be right back in 2 seconds. Just bear with me. Alright, I am back. All refreshed and topped off. That's the way I like it. I always love a long run. Yeah, it does make for nice long runs. So, I mean, you can actually get some decent runs going. And the nice thing is, like I said, there's plenty of places to pass by along the way. And I think Mal and Ethan are currently redoing how we label trains and such, and how trains are dispatched and sent out to go work along the system. So no more is this kind of yard-to-yard kind of deal. I mean, we'll still have the yard-to-yard kind of deal, but it's going to be a little just different. Now I need to pull up Google Earth. I'll be referencing that a lot. So Kingfield, Maine. Just kind of need to see where things are, more or less. Toby! I don't know what the hell he's meowing at. boxcar somewhere around here. Alright, so I just need to kind of see what buildings look like and just kind of get an understanding of what I'm going to be doing here. Hey, quit meowing up a storm out there. You're going to wake someone up. Alright. So, coming along this street here, which is 27, at the bridge. So, I believe that is that a traffic light? That is not a traffic light, okay. Alright, so looking at it here, there's going to be a gas station right along here that we need to plop in. So we'll go ahead and just type in gas station. It's a Kanoko. I don't believe that we have a Kanoko asset. I highly doubt it. I will just check real quick. Kanoko. Yep. Okay. So there's no real asset for that. Just checking to see if there's anything that might be closed. Probably not. I'll just plop in something. That'll fit along the way. Alright, so we'll just go gas station. We'll go with we'll just go with this one. Or you know what? I don't think those prices are very correct. There's a Conoco, but not a Kanoko. Yeah, we'll go with the Ultramar. It is what it is. I don't really care at this point. So the building itself is going to be... No, it's going to be back here. It's not a very big gas station. Now what I might do is I might just raise this up, put a wall here, and then put some asphalt down so it kind of matches. I am half tempted to just go ahead and hand lay the roads via some asphalt, because these spline roads aren't really fitting what I want. I mean, I could do that. I might do that outside the stream just for time's sake. But I do need to find some that asphalt. I think it's EMT pavement. Let's just try that real quick. But yeah, no, but anyways, so the Carrabassett will allow you to run kind of longer trains. I mean, you'll get some good running in with them and such. So there's not going to be any 30-second or 3-minute runs from one end of the line to the other. I mean, you will be running, and you will go a good way with them. So it's kind of the nice part, and why I am particularly fond of this project and why we've been working on it for so long. The other reason is just I'm lazy, so it's been taking a while just to get done, and my motivation comes and goes just with, unfortunately, mental health. I do kind of barricade myself behind that excuse. It's just Some weeks are easier than others, and I just have the motivation to work on it. Other days I don't. Like right now, I really need to go move my car, but I don't want to. I just kind of tired. I don't really have a lot of motivation. I'm just kind of recovering from the last few weeks of being so stressed out with my relationship failing and stuff like that. So like I'm a little tired, just don't really have the energy to go out and do that stuff. So it sucks, but it is what it is, and there's not much else I can do about it. So we take this as victories where we can get them, and we try to handle the failures when they come. But no, and it's definitely made it difficult for myself to get along with people working on the project. I definitely have allowed my frustration just with things in general to kind of unfortunately come out at things very particular about how things work, and how I want things to look. So it's definitely come out with some frustration, but I need to learn how to just be okay with things and just go from there. But speaking of, how's Lady Justice doing? And next, dude, I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and say it was horrible how it all went. Oh, the gas pump's facing the other way. It definitely sucked. Just because, I really love that girl. And I'm not going to hold on to it, but there is still a chance we could work out. But I obviously need to go and get help for me. And as she kind of stated, she needs to kind of work on herself and just we kind of rushed into a relationship, and I get that. I'll admit it. We rushed. And unfortunately, she has relationship anxiety she has to deal with, and even if we don't work out, like, she can't date anyone else because she's just gonna end up hurting them again. So, like, even still, she's gonna be working on herself. Actually, no, I kind of like the pumps facing the other way. I want the town to look good, and I want it to look accurate in some aspects, but then there are other aspects where, like, I do need just to let it be and just go on from there. There was just some things that happened between us at certain points where, yeah, it was kind of shit, it was kind of garbage. She definitely did some things that I wasn't a fan of. I definitely said some things she wasn't a fan of. We both did wrong, we both did right, but at the end of the day, like I said, we have things that we need to do and we need to work on, and maybe let's just work on being friends for right now, and maybe someday we can try again, and if not, then is what it is. I don't know if I can be just a friend, but I'll try my best. So, and she knows that. She knows that I'm not entirely sure if I can do this. But I do love that girl a lot, and she is a great person, and I don't want to lose her, but at the same point, I don't know if I can be just a friend. So, but it is what it is. I mean, it was nice to love for a minute. It was nice to have that love reciprocated, even just for a moment. But maybe another day. There. And I'll put a guardrail right up there so no one just kind of rolls off and then they go off into the Carrabassett River. That'd be kind of bad. Yeah, Lady Justice is doing fine, although unfortunately due to me deferring maintenance for so long, she's a little under-repaired at the moment. The windshield wipers stopped working on her. So the wiper motor went. The alignment is still out after I've taken it to the shop to have them work on that several times now. That was something I dealt with all through last year. It seemed like they'd fix it, but it'd be going the other way, and then they'd fix that way, and then it'd be going the other way. So I need to take it back to the shop and really harp on them to, like, hey, get this right. I'm sick and tired of them fixing it, and then I have the problem to the exact other direction. So I'll be taking that in soon, but it's just been, trying to not strap myself so much, because money has been a little tight, just with the way the economy is going. So things have been a little tight on that end, but Late Justice is fine. She's still running just as good as ever. Just unfortunately, yeah, like I said, just needs a few basic repairs and hopefully get her back up to operating standards. My brother, yeah, my brother fucked me over with my car. Oh, Toby, why are you rolling over, buddy? What are you doing? Bring your face over here. Don't act like you're sniffing the floor. You were rolling over on your back, presenting your stomach. When you know I need to be working. My brother has definitely still been a pain in my rear. I did get my Ford Focus back because my dad bought him a car. And my Ford Focus is trashed. It is royally trashed. I am beyond livid because of how destroyed it is. No one took care of that car. No one took care of it while it was in their care. So I have, two cars that are in desperate need of repairs, and now I'm stuck with both of them, and that's fine. I own two cars. That's kind of the reality of owning two vehicles, but I shouldn't have to deal with it like this. My brother at least should have been able to take care of my car. That I told him, hey, if anything happens, it's you're responsible for it. I'm doing you a favor, but if anything happens, it's your responsibility to fix this car. And there are so many things wrong with it, and he didn't do anything to maintain it. So now I'm kind of in a bit of a mood, a bit of an annoyance right now. Because, like I said, he has had the car for about a year, and it's pretty thoroughly beat up. And, it wasn't a great car to begin with. It definitely kind of sucked, but it's a car. It drove. It's a car. It drives. It got half decent gas mileage. So yeah. So I now have two absolutely shit cars. I mean, the Vic is a little more understandable just because it is older. It is a police car. I've put 186,000 miles on it. So, it's a little more understandable with the Vic. Sorry, I am going back and forth between here and Street View, which I am going to go ahead and manually do these roads, just because they're very specific. So yeah, so my car is pretty thoroughly abused. The Focus, it starts, it drives, but it's pretty unreliable. It's pretty thoroughly unreliable. I do get nervous about shutting the car off because it stalls like crazy now. The oil was extremely low when I got the car back. It didn't have a lot of fluids in it to begin with. Yeah, and there's just some other stuff too that went along with it. Like I said, he just did not take care of the car, and he's gonna have a rude awakening coming here shortly. He just got back from New York seeing my sister. He has his nice. I mean, it's not a new car. My dad got him. I think I just spelled asphalt wrong. Yeah, I did asphalt. My dad just got him my stepbrother's old car, which is still a nicer Nissan and such. But he's. I'm giving him a bill for the Focus. He's got to pay me back for the time he used it, because I've been paying on the loan since he's had it. So I'm gonna be giving him a bill. So I'm charging him the monthly payment for as long as he's had the car, which comes out to about $1,500 roughly. And I might charge him the repairs that the car needs. Maybe, I don't know. We'll wait and see how I'm feeling at that point. But sold or higher miles, Focus not understand that. If you loaned it out and commented, brother, shape. I mean, like I said, the car already was kind of a piece of shit to begin with. Sorry, I'm just trying to think of buildings to put down. I think I know what I want here, though. Muncie. I'm just trying to remember who the hell makes those. Yeah, the car was already kind of in shit shape. So, like, I understand that it's not a great car. I understand it already kind of had problems. But to get it back and there'd be more problems, my radio doesn't work. You know, just there are more problems with this car now than there was when I lent it out. That's what's kind of getting to me, and that's what's pissing me off, and that's what's my biggest problem, is that this car sucks. This car is utterly destroyed. And, you know, it was very abrupt when he gave it back. It was like he, you know, got the other car, and he's like, all right, here's your car. And I texted him that night. I'm like, did you get an oil change? You know, did you, is there oil in it? Or, you know, did you get gas in it? He goes, no, I didn't get an oil change. I'm like, is there gas in it? He goes, no, I didn't put gas in it. I go, well, how much gas is in it now? He's like, you're on empty. I'm like, go put gas in my car. You've had it for a year now. Don't leave me with no gas in my car. What are you, numb? You're gonna return my car with no gasoline in it? Are you kidding me? Really? You know better than that. Give me a break. So he did put gas in it and stuff, and I'm like, Lord, who raised you? You know, who the hell raised you? Yeah, that's some bull right there. You're gonna return the car to me with no gas in it. Like, I almost called him up and chewed him out severely. Like, you dare think you're gonna do that to me? You know, how dare you even think of doing something like that? Yeah, that is shit. That is class A shit. But he put gas in it, so like I said, I'll give him that. Only after I told him, but he said he cleaned it out. He did a decent job of doing that. But he it's just there's still so much wrong with the car. I mean, there's still trash all through it. The left side mirror, apparently he I don't know what he did to it. But I went to go, because I have to manually adjust the mirror because the power on that side of it doesn't work, which it happens. I mean, you know, that's just stuff you can't control, and I knew that when I bought the car, so like I'm not gonna sit here and, you know, whatever. But I don't know if he went to go adjust the mirror himself or what happened, but I went to go adjust it after I got the car back because I took it to work the next night, thinking, okay, I'm gonna try and keep miles off the Vic now. And I'm driving this car to work. I'm like, yeah, this thing feels rough. It feels difficult. I might just go ahead and grab some Dave Snow assets. But yeah, no, I got to, I was leaving work later that night, and I went to go adjust the mirror, and the mirror just kind of almost, it moved, it just fell off. I'm like, I barely touched it. Now I'm thinking, how the hell did I get to work? And I look back on the camera the next day at work thinking, okay, did someone like hit my car? But the way I'm parked is there's no one able to park next to me. And that's not an area people can walk or do anything with, because that's kind of down in a bit of a weird area. So I looked and just tried to see, like, did anything happen to my car that day? Nope. So something while my brother had the car happened to where the mirror got broke or something. So, what an idiot. That's just a dick. Never leave a loaned car's tank empty. Exactly, how dare you do that? Using kindness, absolutely class shit, especially when yeah, like, I've definitely in the past, like, with my stepdad's cars, especially when I was in between jobs, like, he got mad at me because, he loaned me a car, and he'd come back when he said he wasn't coming back, and I hadn't gotten paid yet. Or I just was low on money, and he came back sooner than I anticipated, so, like, I didn't plan on there being money yet, so I didn't get a chance to fill up the car. And he'd get mad at me. I'm like, well, hey, you said you were coming back next week, and I don't get at least any sort of income until at least the next week. So I didn't have a chance to put in, like, I'm not working right now. So, not that it's any real excuse, but at least I could, if that was the case, I could at least understand that a little more. Like, oh, hey, I don't, I'm in between jobs, just money hasn't come in yet. I didn't anticipate giving you the car back yet, so, like, okay, alright. No, he just didn't decide to fill it up. And it's like, I don't understand him. But, so the focus is pretty shit, and there's just no other way of putting it. Like, it is... Sorry, I'm just trying to find a good selection of buildings here. And this is also why it takes me forever to do anything, because, like, I am a little picky when it comes to these things. Because I don't want to use the same buildings over and over and over again, although it is a big route, so, like, I just gotta, like, buck up and do whatever. Here we go. Swindle and Cheatham Tax Service. Maybe I wouldn't go there, honestly. Yeah, so yeah, it definitely pissed me off. It really ticked me off that, like, hey, I lent you this car, and it came back in worse shape than I lent it out in. And, like, I can understand extra wear and tear, and that's something else I also talk to my mom about. I'm like, I let this car out for a year, and none of you did anything to help him get into a car any quicker. You just milked it, and now my car is damaged. My car is more abused and more used than it was, and now the hopes of reselling it, because at the time I lent it out, I was hoping to sell the car. I was hoping to get rid of it and hoping to buy another car. Well, obviously I can't do that now. I mean, I could still sell the car, because you can sell anything. It's just I am not getting anything close to what I listed it for originally, because back when I put the car for sale, the car market was absolutely nuts, and I was trying to take advantage of it. Like, okay, well, everything's whack right now, and everything's absolutely just fucked. So I'm gonna try and sell now while I can get a pretty penny out of it for a car that really isn't worth it. But that's what everyone was doing. Not saying it's right, but everyone was doing it. So, you know, so I put it up on the market. I originally bought the car in 2021 for $3,800. I bought it for $3,800, and I was selling it at the time for about 40. I had it listed for 48. I was hoping to get at least 42, which at the time I had people willing to pay that because again, that's what the market was doing. And then my brother needed a car, so I'm like, okay. Yeah, I wanted to sell it, and it's a good car. I've taken this car right through here. I've driven right past these buildings and right up into the Carrabassett. That was one of my more notable recent trips that I've taken. I haven't been up Carrabassett way in a while. You know, I have not been. I don't think I've been up since I took the drive with the Ford Focus that day. And like when I first bought it, it was great. It was fine. And yeah, obviously my brother's put miles on it, but when I gave the car to him, it had 100 and maybe 50 something thousand, I think, on it at the time. And he's put over 20K, 30K on it. I think it had less miles than that when I got it. I could actually check and see how many miles were on it last year when I registered it. And see in that time frame between registering vehicles how many miles got put on the car. Because at least the odometer still works. But yeah, so the car has been a source of a lot of controversy. The car has been a lot of source of stress. The car has definitely been a source of frustration and anger. And I hate it because I don't want there to be discourse between my brother and I if there doesn't need to be. But on the same token, like, he was responsible for the car and he did not do anything to take care of it. So I'm pretty pissed off about it. I'm pissed off and mad about it. So now no one's gonna overpay for probably 3K on. Yeah, no, like I maybe, if I'm lucky. The car has a bit of an exhaust smell inside of it. I don't know if it's just because it's cold out, but it definitely struggles to start, which leads me to believe the starter could be going. It's definitely struggled to start, or it's just the car is running too rich or something. But it runs too rich, so the car bogs down when starting or whatever. So let me just bring these back to 0. But yeah, so the car bogs down pretty heavily when starting. So there's definitely something wrong on that aspect. You know, I could sit here for most of the day and just list off problems with it. I could sit here for hours and talk about what's wrong with that car. The radio doesn't work. I don't know, the radio doesn't work. So there's already a big problem because I don't really know a lot of people who are going to want to drive a car or buy a car with no radio. There was a period of time when my car would take 2 tries to start, my bad, because the fuel sending unit in the tank was bad. Yeah, I have heard something like that about the fuel sending unit is possibly a problem with the fuel pump, which, do I really want to go in and work on the fuel pump of the car? No, I really don't. Like, I really don't want to work on the fuel pump with the car. I'm just going to raise this up. Actually, let me get a look down here. Again, sorry for taking so long with this. I just want to see exactly. So that is down a little bit. Not a ton. But I'm just going to go ahead and raise it up just to make my life a little easier. And it looks like probably right up that to the river's edge. Is this 5-meter grid? Yep, it's 5-meter grid. Okay. So yeah, so there's... I frankly, it's like I've already sank enough money into this car, because originally, before I lent it to my brother, I had done work on it to get it back up to operating standards. So when I gave him the car was running halfway decent, so he could have a nice car to drive, so there wasn't any problems with it. I forget how much I sank into it to get it back up to snuff for him, but it was definitely enough to hurt, I'll put it that way. So we got the car back up to operating standards, and like I said, here we are now. You know, we're barely a year. You know, he's had the car a year, but I did the work back in June. So in my eyes, it's like whatever he did between now and then guffed all the work. It just took the work and basically spanked it and threw it out the door. So yeah, so I know I've been told there could be a problem with the fuel sending unit, the fuel pump. Like I said, I don't know if that's something I want to deal with right now. Or if I want to deal with it, you know, my stepdad has talked about, well, let's get it fixed up and we'll keep it going. And I'm like, you know, I really don't know if I want to put any more money into this car. I really don't know. The other thing is like, and bless him, you know, he has helped me out quite a bit. My stepdad's record with cars is pretty shit. It's absolutely garbage. He is the worst when it comes to finding used cars. Because I don't know if he just hasn't quite factored in inflation yet, or, you know, if he's gullible or what it is, but he's very much, you know, buy a cheap car, get a year out of it. You know, something that's cheap but fuel efficient, you know, not a lot of things work in it, and you go about the day, you know, and then you sell it for whatever and try to get back some of your money. And it's like, you know, but the money you saved with fuel and so on and so forth, it's like, okay, I mean, like, I get it, but on the same token, like, I'm not doing that. There was an author who made some buildings. Let's see, I just gotta find something real quick. J-Citron. I know what I'm looking for, I just can't think of the name of it. Yeah, I can't, I mean, it's kind of, like I said, I'm gonna have to probably just get something close, go with it. Just trying to find what could I put in here. This building is called Agricultural Solutions. Looks like just an old farmhouse. So I'll just type in farmhouse. What in the hell? honestly, something kind of like that would work. I mean, it's not exactly what's there, but hey, close enough. So thank you, Approach Medium. Now, let's see, there's like a small parking lot out back, so I'll have to kind of level out the hill because it looks like it's pretty level. Yeah, it's level, and then there's a big-ass church behind it. Kingfield United Methodist Church. Just a little church, but a church nonetheless. It's right up here on High Street. But yeah, so anyways, like I said, I'm annoyed. I'm also just sick of cars at this point because I'm kind of burnt out. You know, I'm just kind of thoroughly annoyed. Yep, have a good night, Matt. Take it easy. You know, I'm just thoroughly annoyed. Just because, you know, it's been a lot of BS over the last year, especially with my cars. You know, I was hoping originally when I bought the Focus to knowingly, or use it knowing that, like, hey, this thing ain't gonna last forever. While I have it, just go ahead and just use it for the time being, and while I'm using it, go ahead and try to get the Crown Vic fixed back up. You know, try to get the Vic repaired in some capacity. You know, use the Focus to keep the Vic off the road a little more, just so I can fix it without putting more miles on it, without putting more damage on it, and hopefully by the work of some higher being, the Vic will get fixed. And that has not happened. You know, I have not really been able to get the Vic in for a lot of the work that I wanted to do because I've been having to drive it every day. I've been having to use it to go places. I've been paying on a car that I haven't been able to use. I lent out a car, not making a whole lot of money, driving this other car that needs work, and no one has batted a goddamn eyelash. I definitely feel like my family used me and abused me, so, you know, they're going to be getting an earful from me here pretty soon that they're not going to like, that they're going to kind of yell at me for, but whatever. I mean, so it is what it is, but I'm annoyed, I'll put it that way. I mean, do I want to use these roads, or do I want to use spline roads? Or do I want to do hand-laid roads? I'm leaning towards these just because, or the spline roads, just because it's easier. It's already what's there. I'm gonna do some like BS matching and stuff like that. Though I am thinking doing hand-laid roads with asphalt splines would be a little better, just because I will be able to do some more customization to it. But let's see here. So I guess I'll just lay these roads out by splines for now, and we'll just go from there. If I want to go back in later on and do some hand-laid roads, I will. Now looking at the map here, so High Street kind of comes down and then links in. Kind of right about down here-ish it looks like. So High Street just kind of lops in. No, I didn't want to hook up to that. No, I wanted to hook up to that though. There we go. So how the hell does this work? This weird intersection up here. That is weird. Yeah, I might just go ahead and hand lay these roads real quick, because these intersections are strange. I know I wasn't gonna, but I'm doing it. I wonder if I can find a spline that's not quite as dark. There's a 5, a 3. Let's just download these and see how they go. Got a first class ticket. What's the worry? That is a dark asphalt. So yeah, the problem I've been having is that all the asphalt that I have, all the splines are dark. So it's like that's fine. Like, I don't mind it, but I would like some that are a bit lighter. Haven't really been paved in a while. So I think one of the cats just used the litter box. Whew. Alright, so we'll just go ahead from there and type in asphalt again. Now that I can spell it. Alright, let's try these and see how that works. Please be halfway decent. Well, it's a sidewalk, it looks like. Who's it by? That'll tell me a little bit. That is certainly a name. Oh, they've made some stuff. Okay. Hold on. I have to somehow read French. This is interesting. I don't French. I mean, I know someone who does, but they're currently probably sleeping at this point. And yep, I don't think they're gonna have what I want, so I gotta use either that or... Yeah, dang it. Or I gotta use this, which I don't really want to use that. Don't really want to use that either. I could use this. It's probably the best I'm gonna get, I suppose. Doesn't have much of a base to it, so I guess I just don't want to roll it down, so I know I can cheat something in there, I guess. Let me just see. this. It can't be too much narrower, honestly. Yeah, it's about the same width, so okay. We'll just go ahead and use it. I'll have to just line it up and so on and so forth. Nope, come back. Oh, I didn't know I could connect the two. Oh. Well, you learned something. Oh boy. New every day. Ah, come back. Okay, so I'm gonna just straighten this out. I'm also gonna lower this down just a skosh. Because I don't want the, nope, no, come back. Thank you. Ah, Mal is playing Railroads Online, no way. Okay. So I know it looks weird, but bear with me. Hey! 50 minutes till you turn 18. Happy almost birthday. I almost just literally asked you how old you were going to be. This is why we can't trust me with nice things. This is why no one tells me secrets. I wonder. I gotta find something. I know there was a road that I used before. The problem is the angle. And trying to hide everything on the angle. It's kind of where terrain annoys me with the grid system. Is that it very, very, very confined to how the grid works. Maybe I'll paint the roads through here. Also, I don't know what I'm gonna do.
It's gonna be weird to get this in, so let's just city. I'll see if I can do something, and if not, then we'll go back to splines and I'll just figure it out later. Okay. So it's gonna be weird, it's gonna be interesting. I think I know what I want to do though, to kind of make it all blend. Something that I've done in Called Vaughn is I will drag a road up to these areas that I will drag, and I'll probably go ahead and grab the just the JR road again, just to kind of keep it somewhat similar. So I'll drag the JR road back up. So I'll get that going again. So yeah, I'll get this going again. And then just closer to here, I'll go ahead and bring it down, and we'll try to make it blend the best we can. It's just all about hiding it and just making it work any way you possibly can. So like I said, this is something I've done in Called Vaughn a couple of times, when I really just the spline roads weren't working, and you know, I wanted to do custom hand-laid roads. And the nice thing is that there's houses along here, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cheat in a sidewalk to kind of help cover that. And same thing over here is I'm going to kind of put some buildings in that will help kind of cover that up. And then back here along this, I'm going to go ahead and pull these back. And then I'm going to put in a spline that'll parallel this road some. That'll kind of cover these up so they're not so jagged. So it'll just look like the gas station paved their parking lot recently. So yeah, it was kind of look like the gas station paved their parking lot recently, and whereas the city streets might not have been paved in the last little bit. So that'll kind of help cheat it a little bit. And then I'm going to pull this back to be here, and I'm going to probably bring it down some more. Which now I need to bring these down some. if that's the case, then maybe the roads. Oy vey. Okay, hold on a sec. So now I'll pull this up to here. So it's hard because it's all on an angle. That's probably about as good as it's gonna get, honestly. So I'll cover it up with some more texture. Like I said, it's not gonna be perfect. It's not gonna be great, but we can work with it. It can be worked with, and we can go from there. It'll come. Yeah, it just takes some finesse, and that's the tough part with all this. Is it just takes a lot of working with it and a lot of just playing. And sometimes I have the patience for it. Other times I don't. Today is going to be one of those weird days of like, do I have the patience or not? We'll find out. So the big thing is here, it does look like there's like side of the street parking, so I want to make sure that I represent that and get that in as well. But the big thing here is that I don't want to use all of the sidewalk. I want to hide some of it. I have to go down here and kind of see. It's real weird how the road works through here, and it actually looks like there's like straight on parking, so I could probably afford to move this back some. I kind of just put some parking out front of it, which trying to figure out how all this works is a nightmare. That's the nightmare I've brought myself into. It doesn't need to be perfect. You know, yeah, I'll know it's incorrect, but you know, I need to really just get it done. The roads I am very particular about because, you know, that's kind of where I pride myself and where I pride a lot of my work into is the roads I build. You know, I build very convoluted, very complex roads, especially with Caldvon. And Caldvon, I've been pushing myself every time I get on there to build more and more complex roads. That's kind of my specialty. That's something I like to do. You know, so I like pushing myself to do that. You know, but I understand where it can be a little tedious because we're pushing 2 hours into this stream, and I've probably been working for an hour, and it's turning into the intersection back up in Skowhegan that I built that one time. I was all proud of it. I was telling Sean about it, and I'm like, yeah, you know, I've done all this great work, and then I zoomed out. I'm like, oh my god. Actually, there's entirely all street side parking.
up against these businesses. That was one thing I forgot. I do think I'm gonna be able to do that. Let me see here. JRRM. Okay. If I move back a little bit, I probably could. Yeah, I could probably squeeze them in if I move these buildings back some. So Kingfield is a weird place. I'm sure as everyone here is figuring out. Kingfield is a very, very weird place. But Kingfield is Maine's strange place, so should be represented accurately, I guess, in some aspects. Like I said, other aspects, you know, we won't be able to handle. Plus, you know, there's already not a railroad running through here, so I guess we can get away with a few things. Probably move this back a little bit, I guess. There's some parallel parking up here. It's such a strange place. How the road is set up. What's this? Okay. Sorry, just checking a couple things real quick before I push along. Okay. All right.
there's going to be another one here. But then we get over here to this intersection, and that's just going to be a bitch to work with. This intersection is very strange. But I'll build it, because that's what's there. Alright, so this sidewalk's going to have to get sucked in a little bit more. We'll go just to a little bit like that. There. Because there's parking spaces along here. We're going to get our obligatory Tesla that they totally have up here. They have about 2-ish parking spaces along the front. Oh, I'm mistaken. They have more. Okay. They have more. But the last 2 spaces are no parking, which I find very interesting. So I guess we'll just measure them out with a Tesla. We'll just go from there. Nope, I didn't want to do that. I wanted a niche. But this is the... It's like, why even bother painting the space then if it's no parking, but... Maybe it ain't for me to know, you know, maybe I'm out of the loop and I'm not up with my civics, and why they do that, but, you know, there's a reason for everything, I guess. And there's like 2 more businesses along here. Or I guess 3, roughly. And that pretty much butts up into Depot Street. Depot and High Street. Which then heads back towards New England Wire Products. So yeah, this is Depot Street that heads back here and kind of curves back in. So Depot Street and then High Street. But High Street comes out, it's really weird. But Depot Street, I think, carries 142 up until Pleasant Street. And then 142 just kind of heads out off into Ish-Gish, and I think it turns into a dirt road. Or no, it stays paved. Yeah, it stays paved. 142 heads out towards Phillips. Phillips and Strong. Phillips, Strong, Avon, and eventually heads out towards Carthage and Dixfield, and I think it terminates in Dixfield, so Dickvale. But yeah, so it's very, very weird how this road works, because what's going to happen is High Street's going to come here, and then it's just a pavement mess. As you can clearly see right now, it is a pavement mess. Such a mess. But I need like 2 more buildings, or just a string of buildings I can throw right here, and I'm probably gonna use some David Snow buildings that aren't those. See, I just want like a few, I don't want a ton. So that kind of looks like the building I'm putting next to this one, or that's actually there. Definitely used this one a few times, but it works, it works. And so it will go. And one for the corner. Oh, excuse me. Really needs to go there as a hardware store. Oh, it's Toby again. Hello, sir. You become a staple of the stream. Let me find a hardware store asset real quick. There we go. Download. Hardware. Bring me your face. Where are you? Where's your teeth? Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing, huh? You being a guy. Let me see those teeth. Hey. Toby. Toby. Let me see your face. Oh, what a dude. What a dude. Oh, what a dude. No, come back. You're a guy. Oh. Alright. We'll try hardware and see what I dug up. Mike's Hardware, Hank. What a small building. 1886. I kind of like that. But it doesn't help me because I need something on this corner. I kind of like that. That's going to go over here somewhere. Let's just type in cafe and see what pops up. We'll try this. Hold on. So small. There weren't people. That's honestly a cute little asset. But there's people. Kind of like that too. I'll have to keep that in mind. Like that too, but again... Nice building, but it don't fit. God dang it. See, this is the tough part, is at least finding buildings that fit. What am I going to put in there right now is the question. Let's see what is actually there. So what's currently there looks like a house. But it's not. Sugarloaf Sports Outlet. Ski the Loaf. takes up the corner. Let's see. Sports store. What can go there? Let me see what Mal did over in North New Portland, because I know he worked on North New Portland not too long ago. Which would be about here-ish. Say, North New Portland, he just kind of slapped some buildings together. I definitely see that here. Oh, is that one of the buildings I was looking for? Fanny Blanchett House. Just trying to see if there's any buildings up here I could use. I get the feeling, though, I'm using some Dave Snow stuff, so we'll just use some Dave Snow corner stores. And we'll call it good there. This is Farmington. Here's Kingfield. So we'll use Dave Snow. Dave Snow. Just need a little bit smaller. Very narrow. Some of these would work. Some of these aren't going to work is the problem. Let me just type in a store and see what I can find real quick. Well, this is more difficult than I thought. Corner. That could work. Try that. Ow! That hurt. That hurt. A gun store? Oh, yeah. A Hollis store.
killing me, Jesus. What is going on with it? No, can I have my moment? Thank you. Well, see what we can pull up here, I guess. So, down the one that said corner. So I'll try that. It's just too long because it's going to back up into this road here, which, well, I mean, let's see here. Yeah, it's just... Christ. What the hell? How do I install this? This is nice. I know I'm using this. That's nice. It's a nice car park. I'll be using that in Caldvon. Looking for a nice... Where are the ramps, though, is the question. How do you get up and down? Who cares, I guess. It's still nice. Stop being so long. God. Throw that over there. It's so difficult to find something that actually can work in there. Yeah, okay. I don't know. So I'm going to just not worry about it at this point. I'm going to scroll down here. Find something that fits here, because I know I have some... There. That will have to do. Alrighty. Now that took way longer than it should have. My God. Trying to get the sidewalk to curve around here. Oh,
excuse me. So sorry. Blow you guys' eardrums out. Ugh. Don't know if I'm picking up a cold or if it's just dust or whatever it is, but I've been having that problem a little bit more lately. It's a Toby still. Hello, sir. Oh, he's being a man. And he's flopped. Oh, it's snowing. Crap, it's snowing pretty good. The yard is covered in snow. I mean, at some point I'm gonna have to go and pretty quick here and go move my car and at least get the Ford Focus because I need that car. The fixed wipers are in-op at the moment, so I at least need those so I can go to work tomorrow and clear off my windshield. So I'll need to go before the snow starts flying too much. So if that's the case, I will be wrapping it up here shortly. But when I get back, we can go ahead and run a train real quick. If you guys would like me to do that, come back, we can yeah, just run a train. So oh, stimulated kitty. Really? Oh, he got me. Yeah, he got me. Ouch. Alright, so how's this gonna work? Is it actively snowing, or did it just snow flurry and then it stopped? What's it doing? It is actively snowing. Okay. So I'm going for about 2.5 hours. And I've gotten nothing done. Yay. Typical. To be fair, though, I spent a good 40 minutes at the beginning of the stream taking you guys on a tour, so it's been about almost 2 hours of me doing absolutely jack shit. But how this is going to work is going to be a shit show. So this looks like, if I go back into Street View, let's say it's marked road for now. High Street is not marked. So we'll grab this. Well, not from there in particular. Alright, so I just need to make a few kind of adjustments. So we're going to try and cheat this into here a little bit the best we can. It's going to be interesting, but we're going to do what we can to make this not entirely atrocious. Atrocious, if I could speak English today. Alright, so that is how that's going to go, and how this is going to go, it looks like. So I'm just going to play with this end first. So we're going to drag a white line out from here. I'm going to drag a white line out from here. Hopefully it's all in the same width. I'm going to grab my yellow line.
drag that out from here. Which, I mean, you can see the clear difference, but I'm not too worried at this point. And it looks like my lines did kind of go a little haywire. My lanes got a little wider as the road went further. Particularly, I think it's this one, so I'll kind of narrow that up. There we go. Now, what looks like happens from here, and again, it's so freaking strange. So I'm gonna grab the yellow. Well, I already have the yellow line, and I'm gonna drag it from here. Of course, I'm gonna fix it now because that will drive me mad otherwise. So, and then from here, it looks like the white line curves. It's really strange how it curves, but it curves. Or it doesn't. Again, it's very strange. So, it's like it kind of, I don't even know. I really don't know how to describe this. What I'm going to do real quick is just grab a white line from here. Because although it is curving, it does kind of match up along with this street. So I at least want it to be somewhat accurate or somewhat reliable, I guess. Or I don't even know the word I'm looking for. I'm having a stronk just thinking about this. And I'm gonna just drag this further up. Toby, what the hell are you doing? I don't want Minecraft, goddammit. It's such a strange little road. Because it kind of gets narrow, or it kind of narrows up through here. And then it just turns. On top of that, I think it's also going around a power line. That's why it narrows up. Yeah, there's a pole that's got to go around. Just like right here. So I'll drag. I'm actually going to get rid of that. I'm going to go ahead and just. Okay. But then it also kind of curves just a little bit. Like I said, the way this area is set up is so freaking strange. I'm honestly just going to keep it at like a triangle for right now because it's probably better for my sanity to do that way instead of trying to curve it all the way around. And then I really gotta go move my car because otherwise I'm screwed. Because I am already late doing so. Oh.
Maybe I will move this over just a skosh. It's very, very narrow, but I do want to give just a little bit of room. And there's just no markings going up this way. It's just there. So which I will try to make this blend the best I can. So I gotta like doot. Toby, what the hell are you doing? I don't even think he knows what the hell he's doing. Toby, what the hell are you doing, buddy? Answer me when I'm speaking to you, child. Toby. What the hell are you doing, buddy? You're a cat. So yeah, here's this strange little intersection. Not 100% accurate, but it's gonna work for now, because that's all I'm willing to put into it, because that little thing stressed me out. You know, because like I want it to be correct. I want it to be like it would be. But at the same point, like, yeah, there does come a point in time where it's like you just gotta kind of deal with it. And then over here, I'm gonna put in some more parking. Whether it'll actually be cars, that is completely yet to be foreseen. Let's go TBS, stop. If I click Minecraft one more time, I swear to God. Actually, it doesn't have a stop sign. Yes, it does. It's about like 90 feet back from the intersection. So, I guess that works. I do know there is a stop sign right here, though. And like a little planter. It's very strange. It's like a little planter in the middle of this intersection. So this intersection stresses me out based off of how weird it is. It's like, what is even going on? Because I don't think anyone here knows. So there's a stop sign here. The stop sign is basically all these ways, but there is and I'm gonna cheat a sidewalk into this just so I can. There. Well, it's looking good. It's getting somewhere. It takes me so fucking long. I've said it once, I've said it 1,000 times. I don't understand how Ethan does this so quickly. You know, it is an inside joke with the Carrabassett about stuff like that, and our building styles and methods and whatnot, and the fact that I seem like I build about an industry a month. Oh, there's parking over here too. That's a bank. It's also like a park too, I guess. Very strange. Yeah, so this is a park. I guess this is a parking lot with angled parking. So now I gotta do angled parking. And there's a bank. But the sidewalk does come up here, so I'll try to use that to cheat everything a little bit. Hey, what are you doing? Knock that off. There, so there is the beginnings of Kingfield. I mean, hey, it's something. It's coming. It's more than I started out with, and that is good, you know. I'm not Ethan, I'm different, you know, I don't have the same work ethic as him. I'm gonna have a different work ethic, so, like, for me, hey, this is pretty good. I definitely think I over-analyze and overthink it all, especially because, like, I'm trying to make it look somewhat like it would. It's hard because it's a real place, you know, and I want it to be good. But the likelihood of someone from Kingfield being on here and going, oh well, that stop sign's about 3 meters to the left, and it offends me. Yeah, I don't think is gonna happen. If it does, I will eat my sock. I will just straight up eat my sock. But I don't think it's gonna happen. Something tells me I don't think it's gonna happen. It's just a little bank. Do I have a little bank? Bank. Let's try savings bank. Ah, there really is no bank assets on here, is there? Oh, no, I didn't want 2 of those. Oh, that's hard to look at. The hell was that? It was a big building. Whoa. Yeah, I'll just leave this here in the middle of Kingfield. Wow. What building is this? Don't know, but it's a big-ass building. Jesus Christ. Alright then. I wish that flag asset wasn't there, because otherwise I'd use this. Do I not have something just a little smaller? Oh, there we go. Yeah, that'll work. Just be a capital 1. It is what it is. Nothing you can really do about it. For, I guess, the pavement, I'll just use this again, just because it'll be a little bit easier. And then after that, I need to go so I can go move my car, because, like I said, I'm gonna regret it if I don't do it. I know I've said that like 1,000 times already, but like, it needs to be done. I gotta do it, because otherwise I'm gonna have a bear of a time getting out tomorrow. Whereas the Vic doesn't have a lot of gas, and I don't get paid until Friday. The Focus has gas, so I should go use the Focus. Alright, so actually I'm going to cheat this a little bit. So I'm just going to put a retaining wall in right here, which make the bank driveway out via this way. Just because he isn't going to want to cooperate with me any other way, so I'm just going to work it this way. Oh, hold on. it's rough, but I think you get the picture. Back that up. Maybe I'll reskin the sign to say Skowhegan Savings. It does look like there's an exit over here. Actually, it's an entrance, I'm sorry. It's an entrance. And everything's over here. Very strange. Yet again. It's kind of weird that you enter from over here, but you have to... It's like... How is it up? There's an entrance here, but it only leads to the parking lot. But you have to go back out in the street. I mean, and of course, this one's going to be set up differently because you can actually loop around, but... It just seems dumb. I'm not including the entrance. It just seems counterintuitive at this point, and I'm not going to attempt to make that match. Exactly what I was just doing. All right. Yeah, it's still snowing, so I'm gonna get out there and go move my car. I'm gonna go get it switched around at the house before it starts snowing too much. That is a thing. So I'm just gonna get rid of it. I deleted something. Or replace it with a... Let me delete you. Okay, well, I'm just gonna lower you down then, so no one can see you. You can't hurt me anymore.
Alright, well, Kingfield is coming along. It's very slowly coming along, but it's coming along. I'm going to break here. When I get back, I will pop back on. And we'll build a little bit more. And then before the night's out, we'll go ahead and run a train. So on that note, guys, thank you for watching stream number 60. Thank you for being here for 60, well, 60 plus, but 60 official live streams of the Carrabassett Valley. I know we've done like 59.2, 59.1. We've had the points, but in the grand number scheming of everything, thank you for being here for the 60th stream of the Carrabassett Valley. This is one of the last. I mean, there's still obviously more work to do, but Kingfield is one of the last major keys to completing phase 1. It's this will be the southern terminus of the route, more or less, when you guys get it in terms of detailing. So this is the last major key to getting you guys the route. And I'm sorry it's taken so long. There's really no other excuse besides I struggle I'm trying to figure out time management and doing things, and if I just don't have the motivation, it doesn't get done, and that's just something I gotta deal with. Like I said, it has created some problems between me and some of the group members, and I get it. I really do get it, but you just, yeah. So I gotta do it. I gotta do it in my own time. But when I get back, we'll work more on it and try to continue to push forward, and maybe just start plopping down some houses in some of the other streets, and maybe, and hopefully maybe it's Maybelline, get more of this community done up, and maybe get some side details in, street signs, so on and so forth. But anyways, guys, I'll be back probably in about 20-ish minutes, and we'll go from there. See ya.